May I please have a large cold brew with 5 creams? Whoa.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Thank you. It's a large cold brew with 55 creams. She's back again! The cream lady! The lady with all the cream! This wasn't exactly how I thought it would turn out, but that's okay. Okay, we are headed to Oliver's cardiology appointment. Well, no, it's for his heart, but this is gonna be an echo and meeting with his pulmonary hypertension specialist. It's a weird day. This is a weird day. Oliver is weaning off of his medications. As of the last week, he had to be off of all of his medication so that when he met with his pulmonary hypertension specialist today, they could see what his heart was doing all on its own without any of the meds that he was on. That's what we're doing today, which is really, 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 like, my mind kind of can't really understand what's going on. I don't know. It's hard to even, it probably will be good. I don't even want to say he's doing good because I just don't want to jinx it. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't want him to not be well. It's just that not at any point of this journey with Oliver and his heart have I ever felt confident that things were going to go right. There was a moment in the hospital when we thought we were going to be leaving. August was coming to visit because we thought it was going to be basically one of our last days there. I was asleep on the couch and I woke up to a doctor talking to Jonas, drawing this little graph and thinking he was just filling us in on everything we already knew. So Jonas got the first half of the conversation. He's like, hey, sorry, I have to go grab my mom and dad and our son downstairs. And I woke up and I was like, oh, it's okay, I'll just take over. He's showing me this diagram, and then before I know it, I'm like hearing new information that I hadn't heard before. And I was like, sorry, just to clarify, are you saying this is the function of his heart right now, or how it was before he had the surgery? He's like, this is his function right now. This feels like very not good news, and Jonas isn't here, and I'm alone, and I'm tired, and I just felt like a piece of me really die in that moment, like forever, which sounds so dramatic, but I don't know. I didn't want to believe that he was leaving earlier than we thought he would, because that doesn't sound right. And then everyone kept saying how great he was doing and that he was going to be leaving early. We didn't want to believe it, and then finally I did believe it, and then I'm getting told while half asleep that's actually not the case. So now anytime we come to these appointments, I have such little hope. Not hope, that's not the right word. I have so much hope, but I don't expect him to be doing good. I'm just trying to expect the worst so that anything that does happen that's positive is like a happy surprise. God, being here is just hard. Okay, my chest hurts so bad. I'm gonna go in. We shouldn't have driven separate. Well, it wasn't what we wanted. I don't know, I woke up this morning and had no reason to be nervous. I just felt sick to my stomach like all morning, and I just really wanted it to be anxiety. And it wasn't. I've pumped and had a meal. Here is kind of where we're at. When Oliver had his surgery, the hole was so large that his heart didn't present like a normal VSD. So he grew completely normally. He was hitting all of his physical milestones. I have other video. I can't go through everything right now, but if you kind of want to catch up on like, I didn't know there was an issue at all, I have other videos you can go watch, but essentially he had a big hole in his heart. So he had open heart surgery and he got it fixed. The hole was just so big, and it was even bigger than they thought it was. And because of that, his recovery didn't look the way that a normal VSD baby would look. So they expected him to go home early, like kind of like I was saying before the appointment. The pressures were like way off and something was wrong. Realized that he was gonna have to go on all of these medications with like this idea that he was gonna be on them for a certain amount of time, and then we were gonna like check back in. He had his check-in with his cardiologist, which was last month, and we got an echo done and an x-ray done. They said that they were looking good and the medication was working and the patch was working. That meant we got to step down some of the medication that he was on, and there was like this hope that this medication wouldn't there was a hope that this medication wouldn't be forever and that it would only be really temporary. I don't want to lose it. I'm tired. So at his appointment a month ago, we're at a point where they felt comfortable tapering the medication back and weaning him off to see how he responds. And I was encouraged by that. And then they said, what we expect to happen is the next time we see you, which is in a month, his heart would still look great. The patch would look great. Pressures would look great. And they didn't. They wanted to see like totally normal function today. And it got worse than it was last time. They wanted to make sure we knew that it was minor and that this doesn't mean that he's gonna be on medication forever, and it doesn't mean that we need to do more, but it is a step backward. He has to be on medication again for another 6 months, going back to the schedule that we were on, but altered a little bit, which is good, which means we don't have to give him medicine in the middle of the night and wake up and give him meds while he's sleeping, which is great. It means we can have a chance at like sleep training him for real. This is not as bad of news as it could be. Without the medication, it's still better than it was post-op. It's not like it's gone back to square one. I've just been in the back of my mind, like one day at a time, one appointment at a time, don't get ahead of yourself. And so I've been very cautious, like very, very cautious emotionally of believing that we are so forward that like we're through it. Because of that caution and like my inability to just like be so hopeful that it just like surpasses every other feeling, the process of weaning off of like pumping has been so slow, and it honestly, the decision changes every day. It's like, I can't do anything to take this away from him. And if the one thing that I can do is like pump and make milk, then I just want to do it, you know? So like I really wanted today to go well for so many reasons, mostly because I want him to be like healthy and safe. I also wanted today to go well because I just wanted to be given like permission that I could stop pumping, and that didn't happen. And that doesn't mean I can't stop pumping. I don't want to keep crying. I'm just really struggling to balance like what is best for me and what's best for him, and I don't know how to weigh those, because I'll always just want what's best for him, you know? And so it feels really impossible in this situation. This whole thing feels impossible, and I feel really confused and lost, and I'm frustrated and I'm angry. So next steps are put him back on his medication, check back in 3 months and see how he's going, then maybe do another check 3 months after that without meds to see if his heart has like restored to 100%. Yeah, I just feel like I've been like hit by a truck a little bit. I did not expect this update to be like this. Truly, I expected to be able to kind of pop in here, tell you about how I was weaning off of pumping and how Oliver is off his meds and how everything's pretty much gonna go back to normal. I don't think I would have decided to film today if I really knew what that appointment was gonna be. He's growing great. He's a super, super happy baby. Every single person that walks in the room is just like in awe of how happy he is all of the time. He's getting really close to crawling. August and Oliver are just obsessed with each other. It's really special to watch. So that's where we're at. There's no way to wrap this up and have it be good, because to be honest, this is a step back. Do you want to see something cool though? Before I go, can I show you? I made a little flower painting while I ate. Isn't that cool? I think it's pretty cool. Let's put it by the other ones. All right, well, sorry I cried. Okay, bye.